Stuck in a Sense8 sex scene rabbit hole here.
The orgy. It's not just a regular everyday orgy.
Well, it's not.
I'm tired of those.
They're all experiencing it from everybody's perspective simultaneously.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They know everything that's going on. They know that they need to move a little bit to the right with their hand, and it can, you know, I mean, you don't even have to communicate with anybody, and that's 8 people in a pile. What? What?
8.
What are you talking about?
That's talking about sensory
That's
overload.
a pile.
It is a pile.
Pretty good. You wouldn't even have to take drugs for that one either.
Imagine if you did, though.
Woo.
Come on! The weekend has landed. All that exists now is clubs, drugs, pubs, and parties. I've got 48 hours off from the world, man. I'm gonna blow steam out of my head like a screaming kettle. I'm gonna talk cod shit to strangers all night. I'm gonna lose the plot on the dance floor. The free radicals inside me are freaking, man. Tonight I'm Jip Travolta. I'm Peter Popper. I'm going to Never Neverland with my chosen family, man. We're gonna get more spaced out than Neil Armstrong ever did. Anything could happen tonight, you know? This could be the best night of my life. I've got 73 quid in my back burner. I'm gonna watch the lot, man. The Milky Bars are on me!
And now, live from Rule 34 Studio, I bring you a girl who gets most of her power from the terror of loved ones. Here she is, your host, the one, the only, Kinky Katie.
Hello, and welcome to the show. This is Kinky Katie's World number 421. I'm your host, Kinky Katie, and with me, as always, my absolute favorite plush coat fuck toy, the one and only Mr. SC.
Right.
Also, my main food source for terror.
Right. So you got to feed somewhere. You might as well get it here at home, so you don't have to leave the house.
Well, yeah, because some people, their fear isn't as good.
Right, I know. It's not as tasty.
It doesn't mean as much. It's not as sweet.
Right.
It's bitter.
No, I understand. I'm tasty fear, for sure.
Right.
100%. I get it.
It's not like tasty in a veal way, you know.
Right, no, it's exactly I mean, like if you were in love with like veal or foie gras, one of those things, it's same thing. it's pleasure derived from somebody's torture. So yeah. Identical.
Well, we are coming to you live from Rule 34 Studio, KinkyKatieRadio.com and RadioCast.net.
Yeah.
Did I already say that?
I don't know. Oh, you think I pay attention?
No. Not all the time. Oh, yeah, I think we're going to have some fun tonight. We got some stuff to talk about, and you know. There's a topic we'll get into in a little bit because it does roll right into my porn pick of the week. So it kind of like goes along with it.
Okay, there's a thing that we're going to talk about that'll roll into another thing.
Yeah, right, they're connected.
Right.
It's all a thingy dingy.
Confused? So are we.
There was a bunch of nude bungee jumpers.
Bungee jumpers.
It's to raise money for schizophrenic Canadians.
Okay. Is there a connection between nude bungee jumping and schizophrenic Canadians?
Well, it's kind of like cancer. Like I'm raising money for cancer awareness. I'm doing like a marathon, but these people, they're naked bungee jumpers. And they said this isn't a joke. I know it sounds like it, but the 5th annual Naked Bungee for BC Schizophrenia Society will be held in March. So get ready if you want to bungee jump for
nude,
yeah, naked.
I'm thinking you're gonna get some rope burns, some bungee burns, you know, because you're harnessed in there somehow, right? Like what is the setup here?
Well, usually, I mean,
tied by your feet,
by your ankles.
Okay, well, this is what I'm saying. I mean, is there a harness involved? Could something get lost somewhere? Is this safe?
It's bungee.
I know, but you would think
terrifying
like
anyway.
Ropey things tied around nude skin. You jump off the building, lose your wang. Your wang stays attached to whatever it was attached to up above on whatever you're jumping off of, and then all of a sudden, bing bang boom, you're dickless.
Well, I've seen people skydive naked, and it's kind of funny. I've seen. It is
flopping around.
It is really funny. You can find videos online of naked people skydiving, and you see wang and balls like flopping all around, and like women's tits, if they're real, they're just like they're like flying like an inflatable.
I just want to see the slowie on that one. You know, you get one of those fancy slow motion cameras that do like 100,000 frames a second.
I like those.
Slow-mo guys.
Uh-huh.
The Phantom. We can Phantom the naked bungee jump. I bet that would be some, there would be some good stuff going on. There'd be some stretchiness.
Yeah, some boings. Like, see how hard it snaps back up.
I'm always amazed when you see any of those super slow-mo things and you see like somebody get hit or somebody, whatever it is, and just the amount that faces and things
Just
move like,
oh
my God, that's like a foot over here. And they're, oh my God.
It's funny that you brought that up too, because that made me think of like professional baseball player pitchers. Mm-hmm. Their freaking arms like like their like elbow completely goes the other direction. It's a lot disturbing.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that you don't realize is happening when you're doing it at all. You have no idea that your arm's doing that when you throw a baseball. You know what I mean?
And then someone just shows you a fucking slow-yo and you're like,
it's terrifying.
It's like, how is that still in the socket?
How's what still in the socket?
The arm.
Because
the elbow. Parts.
Things are connected by flexible things.
Yeah,
like,
I know,
all of your joints are like,
That just seems a little bit extreme.
But this is why pitchers always have like elbow surgeries and stuff like that, because they're putting all that torque on there.
Well, that I can understand. You need to eat some collagen.
It's the same thing when you're going wild with the whippies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meh.
Oh, guys. Well, I have some sad news.
Okay.
If you're deciding to take a holiday vacation in Oaxaca, Zippolite Beach. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that, but Zippolite Beach. It still allows nudity,
right?
So don't worry.
I mean, it's Mexico.
But you can't fuck anymore.
What? No banging on the beach anymore?
No banging on the beach anymore. And this is a new law, and it comes with fines.
What kind of barbarian society does that?
I mean, how could you do that?
Really?
That doesn't seem very nice. But no, there's been complaints mostly by tourists, of course, and they are forced to exercise self-restraint. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, sorry, guys.
Unless you're with the cartel. Then go crazy. They can do whatever they want there.
I mean, wait till the nighttime if you really want to go bang on the beach that bad,
Now you got to do it like the rest of us Americans. You got to hide it. You got to not get caught. Right?
That was always so fun. It was thrilling to bang in public places.
Sure.
Because, there was always that,
fear of getting caught. Yeah. Going to jail or maybe having a church group walk around the corner. For the most part, though, like when we were doing stuff like that, we were literally always drunk, and I didn't think about anything, did not care.
No.
Would not have mattered.
No.
The church group, I would have probably laughed at them directly.
No, you're absolutely
for sure.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So, I don't know.
Shows you what you know. Terrified. I wasn't terrified. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes it exciting.
Well, then you would. No, it's exciting. It's different. Mm-hmm. But no, I didn't care because even though we have been caught, we're just like, we're not stopping.
Exactly.
I don't care. Watch if you want to. Fuck. Whatever.
Like the damage has been done. This is already happening. So, I'm finishing. So, really.
Well, it's like when you're running late for school, you're like, well.
Late now.
Exactly. Like it's 10 minutes or an hour. It's not going to make a difference. So.
Well, we all had the same thing. If you walked up to first hour and the door was shut, it was like, not going to school today.
Oh.
I mean, it would just be like, nope, not going.
Huh.
See you later.
Wow.
Shouldn't have locked me out.
I was rarely late to school.
Rarely.
I don't know. No, I was a good kid.
Uh-huh. So. Well, not that I was not a good kid, but anytime a door was shut, that was it for me for the day. If you shut it and you locked it and you weren't letting me in and you're like, well, you got to go to the office. No, I'm not going to the office. I'm just not coming back.
Actually, I got internal suspension once.
Right.
For like 3 days.
You actually went to those?
Well, it was the last 2 hours of school on 3 different days because I was in this new program where we had internships, but sometimes I wouldn't go to my internships and I'd just leave. Wow. And I got caught. Just fucking leaving and
just skipping out.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Right. I mean, but I never went to like any time there was any kind of like breakfast club, like internal suspension. They'd say, go to room so and so. Sure, be right there. And yeah, I'm not going. Are you crazy? No.
Well, like I said, I was usually a good kid, so I didn't.
I show back up in class when I was supposed to. Like if I was supposed to be there for 3 days, guess what? Well, in 4 days, I'll be back in first hour. What?
I like that in 4 days.
well, yeah, because you got to take 3 days off, and then you got to have a day to find your way back to class. That's the way it goes.
Sure. So the new Thor movie that came out, the Thor Love and Thunder or some shit like that.
Right.
Well, it's the
Marvel Mania.
It's the first MCU movie that has nudity.
Does it?
Yeah.
Wang? Is it Wang?
Which
again?
I thought that was weird. No, it's probably butt.
Okay.
Because I think it's still PG-13. But I
Okay.
think it's PG-13 because there is nudity for the first time.
The violence is okay, but don't show a nipple. No, really.
Yeah, God forbid.
No, it's still PG-13. So what are we talking about here?
Oh, yeah, just like I thought. It's Hemsworth. It's his ass.
Oh, okay. So we see a little putt.
So yeah, you see fucking Thor butt.
Yeah. Violence is okay, though. I'm sure
Thor.
somebody gets smashed there, right? And all the Thor movies, somebody's getting bonked with a hammer.
It's a bonked with a hammer.
Well, you know what I mean.
It's a Thor movie, of course, that there's people.
When are these going to end? How far is this happening here?
Oh my God, I don't know. But every single couple months, there's a new goddamn Marvel spinoff.
Really gone crazy. It's like increasing exponentially.
Oh my God.
It's like every movie's having 2 movies of its own.
Well, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of them.
No. I just
We've
haven't.
seen some of them, though.
Some of them, but I mean,
they're okay. I mean, I was entertained. I'm not like hating on them.
But
whatever.
It's kind of like the same fucking shit in all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could be worse.
I don't know. And it's like 4 hours long.
Right.
I'm like, I'm not. God damn it. It's like, yes. Boom, boom, boom. Explode. Save the world.
It could be like a made for network television witch show or something like that. It could be that bad.
It could be.
I mean, they're not that bad. They're not like made for TV on you name the network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thinking of lately, you've been interested in watching D&D
right
videos on YouTube.
Not really games of D&D.
No. Just
No.
people talking about different characters,
Right.
and stuff like that, and just like
the rules.
Right, the rules. So with that being said, let's roll into my favorite segment.
Okay, stand by.
Standing by.
It might not be the porn you would pick. It is the porn Katie would. It's time once again for
Porn pick of the week.
All right. I kind of was thinking about it, and it was getting me a little hot to think about what I would be.
Right. What kind of character would you be in Dungeons and Dragons?
I'm thinking, and so far, since you're like, fuck it, well, I mean, people know who I am anyway. Well,
right.
I would hope that they know my personality and they would get it, but I would be a gay, rapey demon monster.
Some kind of a demon monster, rapey, something or other, barbarian.
No,
not you want to you don't want to just use raw force. You want to
demon.
Demons can still use raw force.
I don't fucking know. I haven't read a goddamn D&D book, but I'm just saying from going by.
You've watched at least 5 hours of video on exactly different things.
Oh yes, I
should
probably
be an expert
have.
by now, really.
Oh yeah, I'm an expert.
If you only absorb 2%, you would be pretty knowledgeable at this point, really.
I mean, I've been kind of busy just, trying to make my Damascus sword.
Right, but see, however, when you're watching somebody do some blacksmithing now, you know exactly what's going on. You will tell, nope, that's not hot enough. Or, what are you doing with that? That's weird. They don't usually do that, do they?
You quench too fast. What are you doing? No.
See, you almost have an idea of how that shit works now. You had
do.
no clue before, and
No.
now you really kind of at least know the concept.
I can heat something up and hammer it.
You get it. Right.
Yeah, but whatever. So that doesn't mean I could play D&D. There's way too much that's in it that I don't understand.
Don't be crazy. I don't ever watch any of that stuff to actually do any of the things. I just need to know how it works. Once I know how something weird like that works, I understand it. I don't ever want to have anything to do with it. I've done this over and over again. You've watched me learn how to do 1,000 different things just
glass blowing,
what you name it.
Pottery.
Right. I have literally sat here and crocheted on the couch.
You did. You actually made me a nice scarf.
Right. And a mat that goes on our fucking coffee table too.
And doilies and a rose.
Sure.
Yeah, no, you went crochet crazy.
I did. I needed to keep my hands busy.
Yeah, I was then that turned into the fushigi and contact juggling. Yeah.
See, are you catching on yet that it doesn't ever stop? It never stops. But as far as like doing games and things, I don't actually want to do them. No, that requires way more than I want to put into it. I just want to know how it works.
Gotcha.
So demon something or other. I mean, are we talking with a dick or without a dick?
Big dick.
This is what
Veiny.
I'm saying. You were almost going with a big titty something. I'm like, wait a minute. You've always wanted to have a dick. You talk about it all the time. You can literally just role play a character. Why are you going with somebody that does not have a dick? You could walk around and just start nailing people left and right, and whatever the consequence may come. You know what I mean? I'm in a fake reality. This isn't real. I can do this.
See, but then I think that it might be more fun to do it in like a virtual reality kind of situation.
Okay. Same idea, though.
Because then you can actually
physically work something out.
See, or, whatever.
It's less imagination. I don't know if you realize, though, most ladies are into imaginative things.
Well, there's more imagination.
It sounds like kind of like a person with a dick kind of a view on things.
I'm method acting.
You are.
I'm getting into it.
I need some reality to this.
I'm just gonna start grunting.
All right. I don't want to do this, fireball style here around the table. No, I want to walk around in this world. I want my brain to believe it's here. Okay.
Get the mushrooms.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. That would be fun.
Some kind of a rapey monster of some sort.
Yeah, some kind of a rapey monster. At first I thought like a gay, like elfie kind of thing. I'm like, no, you're right. I want to be forceful. And I want to be. I want to be
like some sort of a rapey barbarian. That's what I'm saying. Just like strong and powerful, and I want that. I'm gonna go club it and take it. And if you don't like it, I'm gonna wreck your fucking house.
But more monstery.
Yeah. A barbarian can be any race. So you could have your race.
I'm thinking human. That's like
but
every time you say barbarian in my head, it's like Conan the Barbarian.
No. Any like you could be an elf and be a barbarian. It wouldn't make a lot of sense, but you could be. Could happen. You don't know.
No, you're right. I don't know.
So you want something ogre-like, something monstrous, and just, taking it. Yeah. You want something, I'm grabbing that thing.
Right.
I'm going to hit it in the back of the head and take it home. I might just take it right here in front of everybody, because who's going to stop me?
Exactly. I want you to use this as an example and cry.
Right.
I want to hear the pain.
That whole Vlad the Impaler thing, same idea, except for I'm just nailing you in the bar, but at the local ye old pub, right?
I don't want to play campfire.
Right. I'm gonna peg you in front of everybody.
It's like, what's campfire? It's like, I take my dick and I use you like a marshmallow, motherfucker.
Because you don't even have to care about like
s'mores.
Gender or anything like that. You're just, if you want a hole, you're taking the hole.
That's right.
I want that hole.
That's right.
It's my hole.
If you happen to choke on it, then fine.
Right.
Or if you get split in twice.
Great.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
But then you're going to have others that are going to like it.
80s porn pick of the week.
Guarantee.
Right.
Dude, the heat is bringing out some creepy dudes.
What do you mean?
Creepy young dudes, put it that way. So I had someone now you... some of you dudes, I appreciate the confidence. I really do. Like, I think that it's fucking great. I had a message on social media, and it was a dude who was said he was local, and he was only like 20 years old. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey baby. I mean, and the picture that he took was just, it was ballsy.
Okay.
It was very ballsy.
It was a little like modern day Joe Dirt, kind of a Joe Dirt mixture with somebody else.
Kid Rock.
Yeah, which is almost the same person, kind of.
Yeah. Kind of.
And it had that, he'd stand in front of the mirror like with his finger in his belly button, like, what's up? What's this little necklace? And right.
Yeah, he had like some jewelry on. He had
You and the younger guys.
He had the only visible tattoo was just his chest tattoo. It was just an outline of a steer's head, something like that, like a dead cow skull. Mm-hmm. Then he had boxers on, and then his pants undone and then pulled down part way. So
right. Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
And I think it was really how he captioned it, because this was, you woke up at 6 a.m. You open things up
5:45 in the
morning. So like 5:45 in the morning, he's busting that off. He's like, yo, you into younger guys? I'm local. Hit me up. Yeah.
It's like, why are you late for the bus and you need a ride to school?
Probably does.
It's just, I mean, okay, maybe I might still have snack packs in my fridge, but no, you can't have them.
Well, it's one of those things, guys don't really realize how they look in the eyes of the people they send their shit to, whatever it is,
Yeah, no, that's true.
Really don't look, because sometimes that works. There are some people that see that and go, oh yeah, thanks for waking me up, baby.
Oh, yeah, no, yes.
He could have sent that message to, he probably had programmed a bot to do that to like 20,000 local girls that morning,
Oh, sure. I wasn't number one and I wasn't number two on that list.
He's working on like the odds game. If you throw that in front of enough people, you're going to, maybe I only get a 0.5% hit rate. But if I send it to 10,000 women, I got like, I got 100 pieces of ass that just came in for free.
There's going to be one of those Helens. It's going to be like, God damn it. Fine.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Fucking throw it down.
Where can I meet you? You know where the Motel 6 is? I know you know where it is.
I think people have been catching up on Stranger Things, and I believe it was season 3. I don't know, but there was one character who like all the moms thought was hot. And
okay.
He used to bang some of the older ladies.
In the show? I don't remember the show, so.
Well, no, because I just remember I watch recaps.
Yeah. So you know what happened already.
So I know what happens. I don't. No, this was already
a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think he's dead already. Spoiler.
In real life?
No.
On the show?
On the show.
Okay.
He's dead.
Right.
So
me and none of the listeners, I mean,
no one cares.
It seemed like an okay show from what I've seen of it.
I found a interesting website when I was poking around, and I mean, I definitely, even though we've said this before, I definitely know that I'm on a list somewhere.
No, everybody's on a list.
For my search history and shit like that. But this one, it's plumberspassions.com.
Well, it's because what did we hear? We heard somebody had like a fake ad or something, and it was a bit somebody was doing, and they said, featured on Plumbers something or other. Anyway, so you were like, is that a real thing? And so you were looking for Plumbers, whatever, dating.
Yeah, and it says it's 100% free dating and social networking for plumbers, electricians, and contractors.
Right. So, they let electricians in. I can't believe that.
So you can get on there and check out some. There's more. There's sections of them, the top 8 plumbers passion groups, because they don't want the electricians and the plumbers and they don't really get along together. So the electricians and contractors have their own separate groups.
Oh, good. No, really. I mean, that's almost offensive, I think, to me anyway.
The amateur do-it-yourself plumber. It's like,
No.
Ma'am,
that
I don't
doesn't
know
count.
what I'm doing.
That doesn't count at all. Negative. You go in the handyman section.
Well, that's...
Go over on JDate or something like that.
Well,
Grinder. Whatever it is that you're on. I mean, I thought electricians already had a thing, and that was Grinder.
No.
I thought that was their thing.
Well, some plumbers have grinders too.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's not mutually exclusive.
No. I understand that.
Right.
But I do think it's funny that their main picture on their website is a guy in a hard hat with his head down and like holding tools and wearing overalls, like, hey, and a tool belt, like, hey,
Yeah.
I will take care of your needs.
Seems like an odd choice, but I'd ask for that seat.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I kind of know what it's like to fuck a plumber.
You do.
I really do.
I know. I've been present for this most of the time.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Usually it's just, the other end of a plunger. Just, I love it in there. Yeah.
You like the sucker.
No, the other side, because I can just stick it to the wall. So it's like, boing, boing, boing.
I could probably get your whole ass in a plunger.
Are you going to prolapse my asshole with a plunger?
I don't think you'll prolapse it, really. It's not that much suction.
Well, you don't think there's that much suction in a pool drain either or whatever, but people have got like a jacuzzi and people have gotten their assholes sucked out through a fucking jacuzzi drain.
Mm-hmm. Well, those assholes were almost about to fall out already. I mean, to be fair.
They were not.
Who's to say? I mean, they were.
Who's to say? One of them was a person under the age of 13.
Okay.
I would hope that they don't have a fucking cavern.
Okay, Your Honor. I want to bring up Exhibit A. They routinely put their buttholes against vacuums just for fun. Like this is like what you do. So your butthole is probably going to be a little, more flexible than some.
You're strange sometimes.
I'm not the one who put my butthole up to a vacuum. Like, I know that could go inverted. I'm aware. I'm not putting my bung right on an intake of some sort or another. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I see that.
I'm gonna have to question this person's decision making. That machine wasn't made to do that, and you're gonna get your innards sucked right out of the back hole. That's right. Then what? You're going to like pull it back out of the pump and then, go to the hospital with 3 foot of it lower intestine hanging out of your butthole?
I don't know what to do with this.
I fell on it. What are you going to say?
I have umbilical cord coming out of my asshole.
Bob, that's what you said last week. You said you fell on something. What is it this week?
Shut up.
I fell on the same thing. I never picked it up.
I am just the most awkward person. Things happen to me by accident.
Right. So the second thing you can learn from listening to the show is don't put your butthole against things that aren't made for buttholes to be against.
That's right.
Like if it's something that your butthole should be against, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that doesn't include cocks. So, I mean, I think a cock is a perfectly acceptable place to put your butthole. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
Talking about machinery.
Right.
Probably should not put it on an intake.
Or like a can. Because we talked about that
story. Probably don't want to put that in your butthole.
Because you could end up in the hospital. Number one, you could get cuts. Number two, it might get stuck.
Or just keep going.
Or that's true.
I don't know why things go in reverse. And the anus.
It's weird.
It is weird. It like totally suctions up sometimes.
It does.
And it doesn't all the time.
Yes.
Some people shove things up their butts and like they put them right back out.
Never seen again though.
No,
some of them.
They poop them right back out, whatever it is. They
right.
shove drugs, cell phones. There's people in prison. That's how they get everything is up a butt. And yet, it's fine somehow. I don't know.
Huh.
But, you lose the fucking flange on the end of your jeweled, bedazzled butt plug and you're going to the emergency room. I had my fingers on it and it just slipped out of the reach. It was like Titanic. You just watched it slip away. I couldn't get it.
Just got sucked up like mail tube.
Right. Right.
Just up and out.
Uh-huh.
Very strange. There was this teen, he decided, he bred millions of frogs in his backyard and he unleashed them on his neighborhood because he said he wanted to create the largest frog army in history. And he's gotten quite a lot of trouble with his neighbors.
Called Frog Man.
It reminds me of that old horror movie, Frogs. Do you remember it at all?
No, not at all. I don't doubt it existed, but it was the birds. I'm sure it's the same thing, right?
Something like that.
Black and white, scary frogs everywhere.
No. It was that color.
Right?
Yeah.
It reminds me of I used to live next to a lady, and at one stretch when I lived her, and we were in a trailer park, so they were trailers, and you could, you could hear through the walls. If anybody's lived in a trailer, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, at one stretch, she had called the cops like 20-something times in a month, like noise complaints on me. And literally, like, I didn't have parties or anything like that, just from my television for the most part and the occasional music.
Right.
And the cops would always pull up in my driveway. They wouldn't knock on my door. I didn't know this was happening. Like, the cops one day just eventually knocked on the door and said, hey, do you have any neighbors that don't like you? We have gotten 20-something phone calls this month about noise. I pull up, I don't hear anything, and I pull away because it's a waste of time. There's obviously somebody around here that keeps calling us, and I want to find out who it is so I could,
right,
tell her to quit wasting our fucking time. Anyway, it was the neighbor, and that said neighbor, I had a snake at the time, so I would just get some extra feeder mice with the snake and just, put a little hole in her window screen and just kept popping mice. Yeah, once a month I'd pop a couple, 2 or 3 in the window, and eventually she had an infestation. It was weird.
Just strange how that happened.
It was.
God.
I wasn't a nice person. Just some grumpy old lady liked to call the cops all the time. Eventually got overrun by but they weren't rats. They were mice, to be fair. They're cute. They're little. What are you going to do? They're tiny. Reminds me of the same thing. I could identify with this dude with the frogs. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. He just released the hordes. I didn't do anything illegal. What are you talking about?
No, you did.
Right. I mean, I just don't like bugs. Mosquitoes really. Do you know how many people a year malaria kills? It's like the leading killer of humankind of all time. And, frogs eat fucking mosquitoes. So I'm saving your life. I'm one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. I'm the 5th horseman.
There you go.
I was written out.
Or the frogman
of the Bible.
That's right.
That was one of the things that was supposed to happen. Is a frog? There was a frog infestation in the Bible, wasn't there?
Rain frogs, I think.
Did it rain frogs?
Something like that.
Well, it was the 4th one then. Whichever one that one was.
The frog rainer.
Don't know.
People, I don't know.
Is he getting arrested?
What?
Is he in trouble? Like, you didn't break any laws by just...
No, well, he's just in trouble. Like, people are all pissed off at him, or just mad at him, but he's going to be fine.
I mean, were they like munchkin frogs or anything?
No, I
have a problem with breeding those munchkins.
Got such little legs.
Really, very irresponsible for people to buy munchkin anything.
We are going to go to an episode of Rule 34, and when we come back, we got Tits Man, Dirty Girls, and we've got a question about crazy women. So, we'll be back. And welcome back to Kinky Katie's World, Rule 34 Studio, KinkyKatieRadio.com, and RadioChaos.net. I like this.
Yeah. More copyright-free music.
Well, I dig it.
Believe it or not.
Well, you can get me on the Twitter at Kinky Katie Radio, KinkyKatieRadio.com, KinkyKatieRadio@gmail.com. You can Google me because I like it. You can also get me on YouTube, like, subscribe, tell your friends.
Right.
I'm just having fun with that. There was if you're going to commit a crime, make sure that you know kind of what's going on. Let me explain. There was a group of kids, not kids. There's three people. They decided to steal a van.
Okay.
But what they didn't know is there was a body in the trunk.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, so they stole a van.
They stole a minivan with a dead body in it.
They stole it from Vinny on the corner.
Maybe.
Right.
Probably.
Taking one down to the construction site to pour it into the concrete.
Could be.
Uh-huh.
But then, they're like, hey, it's running. We'll just grab it and go.
Right.
And then, they got pulled over and it
right.
was a dead body.
I mean, there's at least a 10% chance that's actually the real story. I mean, there's probably 90% chance they actually murked the dude that's in the back, and they're just telling the cops that so they don't get in trouble. They stole a car to go committed the murder, and now have a dead body, got caught with it, and went, we just stole the car, man. I swear to God. We got it right in front of that guy Vinny's house. The guy who looks like a gangster, him.
It's all him. Well, I don't know. Well, whatever.
You believe anything. Gullible.
It's on the internet.
Right.
It's gotta be true.
I mean, I don't know. I would say you're in a car with a dead body, so,
You're gonna say anything you fucking can to get out of it. At least lessen the like, well, okay, I am caught. Yes, I'm caught. Okay.
I'm not saying that's what happened, but
right.
You were with the body in the car. What am I supposed to think here?
See? Yeah, no, it's the same thing like if there's like drugs in the car.
Yeah.
It's like
I stole the car. The car's not reported stolen and it's registered to you, sir.
It's like my friends, they've forgotten something or needed something, and I drove her car. We were out camping like at the campsite. They were all on drugs. They were all like tripping and stuff like that. And they needed something, so I'm like, well, I'm not fucked up. You guys are. I'll drive. So I took my friend's car, drove like half an hour away, and then came back. So it was like we were gone for quite a long time. Friend comes running up, just dripping with sweat. I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, I didn't know you guys were leaving. He goes, my wallet with a whole bunch of shit in it is right under the front seat.
Yeah, well, like, you were fine.
I'm like, oh.
You were fine.
Let's go to your favorite segment.
Stand by.
Standing by.
Boobs in and on the news. It's time once again for Tits Man.
You are gonna like her.
Am I?
This is Antonella, and it's at 𝓚𝓚𝓵𝓭. ANTONEKAHLLO. She's all natural, busty pinup model, 32DoubleK. Cacao.
Hey, those are big hooters.
She's international businesswoman extraordinaire. If you're ready to play with my world-class boobies, let's do this.
World class.
She does have an OnlyFans. She's over on the West Coast, and they do appear to be natural.
Appear to be big, heavy, and pendulous. Solid nipple game.
They are very large
I like her.
breasts. I thought you might, and that's why I picked her for this.
Did a good job.
Thank you very much.
I'm a fan of large, heavy, pendulous ones with a solid nipple game.
And they are 32DoubleK is quite large.
Wow, she's almost KKK.
But
Those are some
she's
racist
not.
movies.
So, well, they're not.
I mean, what do you do if your boobs happen to be triple K? What
can you do? You go
get
to
a reduction,
OnlyFans.
don't you? Don't you get a reduction just so you can be triple D? Just so you're not. You're better off being associated with Guy Fieri than you are triple K, right?
Well,
I think, depending on your perspective, maybe.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, but that's your Tits Man for the week.
Tits Man.
There was a news reporter. She was told to leave the execution viewing room,
right?
Because her skirt was too short. I'm thinking, if the person's gonna die, I might as well give them a little view of puss as the last thing they see.
Why was the girl there? I mean, what was her purpose? They don't just let everybody in for an execution, I don't think, usually, right?
I really don't know. So it was an Alabama journalist reporting the execution of this other person. She's told to leave because her skirt's too short.
Do we have photos, please? Pics, please?
I do.
Pics, please? No pics?
No.
Damn it.
No.
I want to see. Was she like Sharon Stoning it, or?
That's what I was thinking, but it doesn't say. It just said that.
What movie was that in with the Sharon Stone bee flash?
A Basic Instinct.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Everybody knows the scene.
Yeah.
Getting interrogated by the FBI, flashing the beeve left and right.
Furry beeve.
It was kind of a nice shot too. It was very well appreciated when I saw it.
I remember.
Right.
I remember. That was a long fucking time. Yeah, everybody was fucking like freaking out about that.
Great shot.
I think it's kind of
very brave.
Well, So brave.
Well, I'm just saying, back in the 1900s, that was in the 1900s, right?
Yes.
I think so. Back in the 1900s, flashing your beeve on, and if you were like a major movie star, right? Flashing the beeve just didn't happen. You know what I mean?
No, you really didn't like tits. You know, tits
you might
are
see
fine.
a tit. Yeah. I mean, it was huge. You know how much money they had to pay? What's her name?
Sharon Stone.
Not Sharon Stone, but was it Holly Berry? Holly Berry. I think it was.
And Swordfish.
Right.
Show her titties.
Right. It was some,
Couple million.
Yeah, it was a substantial amount of money to flash a nip. You know what I mean?
She's nice tits, though.
Oh, she really did. And then she made up for it in the other movie with Billy Bob.
Oh, was it Monsters Ball or something?
Monsters.
Monsters Ball.
I think it was. Correct. She looked good in that, too. I think she got topless there, too.
Yeah, I believe she did.
Right. Once you crack the seal.
Well, there's no going back now.
Sharon Stone didn't do anything else flashing the beeve, though. I mean, I want to say that had to have been, like, how many people were pausing that and rewinding?
Oh, I'm sure a lot. Like, have you seen
into the left?
Have you seen that movie, Sliver? That's with Sharon Stone, and there's a lot of sex scenes in there. And I mean, she may have shown the beef.
It could have been body doubles though for that.
Could have been.
I mean, the interview one was, she is literally sitting there to where you could see her face the whole time. So
yeah, this
there was
is before deep fakes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they had special effects. They could have done one thing or another, but not that.
Wouldn't
was
have been that
actual beef.
Right.
Right.
Well, because she said she really didn't want to do it, but she did anyway.
Did she? I always, in my mind, she wanted to do it and actually pushed for the idea of showing her beef.
I may have
worked
heard
for me anyway.
I may have heard wrong.
Don't ruin the fantasy.
I'm sorry.
She was begging for it.
I apologize.
She just wanted to show it to me specifically.
Yeah.
She didn't want everybody else to know. They'd get jealous.
Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, fuck. Let's go to our dirty girl.
Stand by.
Standing by.
Dirty in the best way. This is the Dirty Girl of the Week.
Now, our dirty girl of the week goes by Katrina Thick, and that's with a double C. It's at KATRINATHICC. Katrina Thick. She does have a LINKTREE on there, so you can go find her on other places. She does like to post videos of herself getting railed by BBCs. She's got a big pair of titties. She has got a large ass. She has got even bigger lips on her face. So, if you want to go check out our Dirty Girl of the Week, it is Miss Katrina Thick. Go watch her take a dick like a champ.
Right.
Yeah, her lips look very glossy and they're very large.
Very overblown. At least in some of the photos. Some of the photos are not as big.
Well,
yeah, no, that's the one that I'm seeing that they are. Right.
Oh, I was like, that's not the thing that they're not.
No, there's some other ones that aren't quite as puffy. Like, that
could have been right as soon as she got it. She got
filler or whatever.
Yeah, session done or something like that.
That stuff is kind of temporary, though, right? When you get, a lot of the ways they do it, the lips don't stay puffy. They're maximum puffiness for a year or so, and then they kind of go down, right? Am I wrong?
I'm not yeah, I think it's only, it's a couple years.
Yeah.
But I think it also depends on how much you put in there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because if you really puff them up, it would take a lot longer. Like, just like when you, do saline injections and shit. Depends sometimes.
Those don't take that long. A few hours, those are gone.
Mm.
Like when they do the bagel.
Yeah.
Where that was weird. Those weren't even, like, we would see people injecting saline, like, as a kink.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they started doing the bagel thing where it was just an artist that was putting a bunch of saline in people's foreheads and then book.
Yeah, just a big old fucking dome like water balloon and then shoving their finger in, and so it was a donut.
Same thing with the lips.
Well, yeah. I don't even know what that feels like. Because it's just like big old giant baboon butt lips like that.
Keep up with your sassy talk and you can find out.
Oh, well, thank you. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
There's a list, but I'm only going to talk about one of them.
Okay.
Of like the best sex scenes from movies that are on Netflix.
Right.
And the one that I wanted to talk about was pretty intense. People were freaking out. There used to be a series called Sense8.
Oh, yeah. It was a good scene. What are you talking? There was a few good scenes in that one.
See, there are more than one sex scenes, but the one that they focused on this is at the very end of the series, they have an orgy scene. Now,
for a little context, this show was about 8 people who could experience each other's feelings and see through their eyes. And the 8 of them were like connected to where they could almost like had a telepathic connection.
Correct.
So at the end of the series, they had done it several times with multiples of the characters would have sex together, and they could all experience what was
happening on. So they knew
to each other,
like,
the other person's perspective.
𝓚𝓲𝓷𝓴𝔂 got it on with Kevin,
right?
Like, whoa.
And then when they were all together rolling around in a big fuck pile.
They were.
Right.
So, like, they're like, this is the end. This is it. Let's all do this. And
good scene.
It was.
Extra hot, I thought.
Well, there's even a link on here where you can click and watch that scene.
Okay.
So if you
you
don't
mean
want
the internet has it somewhere?
If you don't want to go search for it, I'm saying, like, and we will provide that for you so you don't have to.
Is it a YouTube link? Is it sketchy?
I didn't click on it.
Okay. So maybe.
Well, because I know what the scene is, you know.
Right.
I was busy having like orc rape. Like, you know, I wasn't fucking.
Do you see what I'm saying? When I first asked you what kind of a character you would want to be, you would look to me like, what are you, crazy? Da, 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 da. And then 10 minutes later, it dawned on you, wait a minute. That might be fun, pretending to be insert this here.
Yeah. You know, whatever. So someone wanted to know what the best video games were that had nudity.
Mm-hmm, nudity. Right.
So some of the ones that they say that they have said was the best if you want a video game with nudity. Grand Theft Auto, The Sims 4, Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy Remastered.
Right.
𝓚𝓸𝓵𝓭 Volume 1, Honey Poop.
That one sounds really good.
Honey Pop.
Okay, if you say so.
To see that
it's more fun when it's with poop, probably.
The 𝓚𝓸𝓵𝓭 Volume 1 and the Honey Pop, those look like anime. Just you never know how old these people are.
Culture.
But, you know, big old titties, but
they're anime. They're 0 age old. They're not real people. So
that's right.
We can walk away from the fucking, you know, any kind of ethical concern. They're not real. It's okay.
I'm 587 years old.
I'm just saying, that's right. You just make a rule where the thing that looks like it's 6 is really 100 years old. It just makes itself look 6.
And the one that looks like they're in their 30s, I'm only 14 in high school.
Right.
It's like, what?
Right.
I don't get it. And also Duke Nukem Forever.
Duke Nukem.
Right.
So
if that's what you're all excited about, and you can find out other features and other games and stuff on here. Mm-hmm. I mean, and it will get into details for all of you people out there that are gamers and whatnot. Like, it tells you what you can play it on, where you can find it, blah 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 blah. Like
blah, blah.
What the fucking cool parts are. Like, what's the feature? It's like, oh yeah, they do this and da 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 da. So, yeah.
I'm stuck in a Sense8 sex scene rabbit hole here.
The orgy. It's not just a regular everyday orgy.
Well, it's not.
I'm tired of those.
They're all experiencing it from everybody's perspective simultaneously.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They know everything that's going on. They know that they need to move a little bit to the right with their hand, and it can, you know. I mean, you don't even have to communicate with anybody, and that's 8 people in a fuck pile? What? 8. What are you talking about?
That's talking about sensory overload.
That's a pile.
It is a pile.
Pretty good. You wouldn't even have to take drugs for that one either.
Imagine if you did, though.
Woo.
Or just have like a couple people.
wait, you know,
because you don't feel it anyway.
I think with the right amount of psychedelics and like proper planning, you could almost achieve the Sense8 orgy scene, I think. I think everybody could be connected in a similar fashion on enough psychedelics and a giant psychedelic fuck pile.
You know, that could work.
I think it would work. I understand, but you got to have people who are used to, you know,
drugs.
Yes, you can't be dealing with
sex.
Some fucked up little honey bunny over there, like having a hard time dealing with their drugs. Like I don't want to deal with you. I kind of want to roll around in a fuck pile.
It's like, we got another one that dropped out. Put her in the corner.
Right.
And then let's continue.
Like you almost have to sign some sort of a consent form beforehand that if you are having a hard time, we're locking you in the sensory deprivation box.
That's right.
This is where you're going for the rest of your trip.
No lights. No music.
What do you do?
What do you say?
I don't know why.
All goes away.
I don't know why you're bringing. Like, why did that song pop in your head? I don't know.
I don't know. Because you said sensory deprivation. I said no lights. No music.
Right. Okay. Go with a little System of a Down.
Yeah. Feel a little downsy.
You are. You know. Sometimes you're. You know.
Just a little bit.
You're not crazy. You're just, you know, you're feeling a little down.
I'm unstable.
Right.
But no, System of a Down. I like that music.
Mm-hmm.
I like the band.
I haven't made anything in a long time.
I know.
They're like, are they officially broken up? I don't even know.
I don't know either. This
is your rock bands from the 1900s update or the early 2000s. I'm not sure which.
Hey guys, you gotta. I need to educate
set the swayback machine. Sherman, set the swayback machine. 2003.
We've already established I'm an old lady.
Right.
Oh gosh, and I had someone, a kid. I was like, I hope the Lord take her soul or something like that. Like. Thanks.
Wow, that was like a quarter of a story. There was a whole other thing. I remember you were telling me there was a lot more to it.
Yeah,
because that did not make sense, and it did the first time you told me.
It was a group of people that they think it was like kids, but like teenagers, like walked by the house.
Oh,
and stopped
you thought
in front
somebody
of the porch.
was? You thought somebody was? This is your imagining everybody's talking about you routine, right? And this is like because sometimes people will be outside walking down the sidewalk speaking in a foreign language and you will swear to God they say similar things.
So,
and I'm sitting there and I go, no, that wasn't even in English. Like, you don't understand Spanish that well.
So I already know that I'm like paranoid and weird and just things, I don't know. They're getting worse.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you haven't boiled any animals or keyed any cars. You're fine.
Okay, or popped any tires or
no. You don't do that. So what are you worried about?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
I'm too afraid of the consequences.
You're okay, and you hardly ever just go root anybody out or like that's not your style. You really don't. Like, I'm talking about in person, go and just Karen out on somebody. You don't really ever do that.
Oh, in person, no.
Right. I mean, online, everybody gets however they get because you're online. You'll get typey.
Yeah.
But everybody does that. You see that every day.
I know.
People go like, get fucked. They're typing. So,
true.
Yeah. They get cruel.
I do.
And you're not even that bad as far as those people go. I'm just trying to bring reality to you here. Just so you understand.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah. Right.
I'm in my own little world.
You really are.
I know.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, fuck it. Let's get out of here for tonight. Ooh, I have a new sex toy coming on Monday.
Okay.
I just want to let you know.
Okay.
I'll tell you guys all about
Can't
it.
Wait.
All right, guys. Do you have anything for me?
Can't wait for your new sex toy. Sure, it'll be great for me.
All right, guys, we're out of here. I hope you have a great, wonderful weekday, shifts, month, whatever it is that you're doing. I hope you have a good day, good time, and so kiss any poop parts of you. Bye. I need to go to bed.
I like tacos and burritos.